Hey guys, welcome to The Distance. I'm Justin Gaymon. This is the plyo class. Been doing this plyo class for a few weeks now. Not even sure which week we're on, but I'm sure if you're watching this archived footage, you've probably been here before, and glad to have you back again. As you know, as you probably heard me kind of explain by now, I am a former 400 meter hurdler, ran at UGA, ran on the pro circuit for a while, and plyos were a part of my routine. Really helped me gain explosiveness, power, strength, coordination, agility. And plyos can do the same thing for you as a runner or walker. Those things will definitely help you take your running and walking to the next level. So what are plyos? They're basically jumping movements, jumping exercises. So through those, we'll be able to really just have fun, expand our horizons in terms of working out. And during this class, we're gonna do a series of 10 different jumps for 30-second intervals, meaning 30 seconds of jumping, followed by 30 seconds of rest. If you've been here before, we kind of do a lot of the same jumps. I kind of mix things up. So you should be able to see yourself getting better and better at certain jumps, whether it's the ski jumps or the star jumps or the jump rope twists. You know, maybe on the first time you tried it, it may have been fairly difficult, but I want you guys to focus on just getting a bit better at it each time you do it. Being able to stay consistent with your form throughout and being able to do things like keep your back nice and straight and tall, chin level with the ground, getting the knees up high, using your arms, and just having that consistent effort, consistent movement, being able to feel like, hey, I'm getting a little bit better at these. Today we're gonna start with just doing, as always, a quick little warm up, basically some active stretching, and then we'll get into the workout. Let me check the list today. Today we're gonna just start by running in place, do some jump rope twists. We'll hop twice on each foot, alternating on our toes. We'll do some quick split jumps. That's a new one we'll do. Then we'll do some jumping jacks, then ski jumps, and then we'll take that 2-minute break. So after jump number 6, we take an additional 2-minute break. Then we'll do some keeping our feet together and hopping left to right. Then we're gonna do another new one, jumping in a circle in a clockwise motion on our right foot, then doing the same thing on our left. That's a new one. That one's kind of a coordination, balance type of exercise. Then we'll do some quick jumps for height to finish it off. After that, we'll do a brief cool down. So if you want to take a sip of water, we're gonna begin with our warm up in about 10 seconds. And the first thing we'll do with our warm up will be a simple arm circle. We're just gonna rotate, put our arms out nice and straight, and rotate the arms forward. Start with getting the upper body ready to go. And then we'll do the same thing going in the opposite direction with those arm circles. And then once we complete the arm circles, we'll do some trunk rotations. Hip rotations. So let's start those hip rotations. Let's go ahead and put your hands on your hips and we'll just rotate. Feel a nice stretch in your hips. You'll get your lower back a little loose. I even tend to feel this one a little bit in my groin, which tends to be pretty tight in the morning. So I want to get that loosened up, get the blood flowing and ready to go. And let's go ahead and do those rotations to the other direction. It's good to, as always, yeah, you can do kind of smaller circles and then get wider. And next, we're gonna step back, and I'm gonna step back and do some ankle rotations. Gonna rotate on the, start with the right leg, rotate on those toes in a circular motion. Ankles are usually pretty tight, not so limber at 8 in the morning. I woke up at 6:30 today. Let's go ahead and go to the opposite direction with the ankle rotation. Yeah, woke up at 6:30 with my now 5-month-old baby Tristan. Let's go to the opposite side, opposite leg. And I am not a morning person. I absolutely hate mornings. I hate them. I hate waking up. My previous job, I used to work at the Armory in New York City, and it was kind of a job where I would get to work at like 10:30, but I stayed there until like 11 at night sometimes, because we had meets. Let's go in the opposite direction on that left leg, and waking up at like 9 o'clock in the morning was rough. So I'm not a morning person. Having to wake up at 9 a.m. back in New York to work at the Armory was like tough to get up in the morning. So now waking up at 6:30 or so is like unbelievable for me. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do some leg swings. So if you wanna put your hand on a wall, go ahead, or you can just freestyle it. We're gonna start just kind of swinging our right leg back and forth. Recognize you're seeing my left because it's flipped. But if you want to kind of start kind of low with that swing, let me go a different angle. Start kind of low and progressively get higher. Swinging your leg back and forth, keeping it fairly straight when it comes forward and bend it when it goes behind you. Keep your back tall. You should feel this stretch really in your hamstrings, your hips, and your quads a little bit. Do a couple more. 1, 2. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other leg. Just go ahead and swing. Start kind of low to warm up, then build up progressively higher. Try to keep that leg fairly straight when it comes in front of you and bend it on the way back. So you feel that stretch again in your hamstrings, hips, and your quads. Two more. 1, 2. All right. Next, we'll do the last one, which is hamstring quad. Almost forgot. So also again, another way to stretch our hamstring and quads and our hips too. We're just gonna pull, start with the right leg. We're gonna pull it up and then bring it back, just like that. So pull it up, bring it back. This one requires a bit of balance, even though I'm doing a bad job of that right now. We'll do that a couple more times. All right, let's switch to the other side. Just pull the leg up in front, pull it back behind. Do about 3 more. All right, feeling good? I'm feeling a bit warmed up. If you're not feeling all the way warmed up, then you might want to go ahead and extend your warm up and do a bit more stuff before the class starts. Totally cool with that. So let's grab a sip of water. Or really, if you want to get I really recommend some coconut water. Get those electrolytes, get those vitamins and nutrients. Coconut water is really what's going to get you hydrated. But that's another story. We're going to begin our workout in about, let's say, 20 seconds. So get ready for that. The first thing we're going to do is just running in place. So I'll show you what the workout looks like before we do each one, or exercise looks like before we do each one. Running in place is just what it sounds like. Just simple, getting the knees up, using the arms, keeping the back tall, staying on the toes, running in place. So we're gonna begin that in about 10 seconds. So let's get in position to run in place in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Just simple running in place. Try to stay on the balls of your toes. Again, use those arms just as if you were running in real life. We got about 15 more seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Good. Nice. Next, we're gonna do jump rope twists. Again, this is one I kind of explained in the last video, I think. Couture Orgy, Olympic triple jumper, showed me this one. You get an imaginary jump rope and you kind of twist with it. We're gonna begin that in about 10 seconds. I like this one. It kind of opens the hips up a bit. A little bit of coordination. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Jump rope twists. Keep the feet together. Try to jump in place, but twist your body. And about 12 more seconds. Get a nice bounce in your toes. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. So next, another coordination jump. We're gonna hop twice on each foot. Try to keep the opposite one at a 90-degree angle. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Begin that in 10 seconds. Again, hopping twice on each foot and alternating. Stay on your toes. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Just hopping twice and alternating. Try to bring that other leg up as you alternate or as you hop. And use your arms. 15 seconds. Five seconds. 2, 1. Good. Now, I know earlier I said we're doing a lot of the same jumps. Another new jump. So, quick split jumps. They look just like this. Really just alternating your feet quickly and bouncing on your toes. So bouncing on your toes and alternating quickly. We'll begin that in about 6 seconds. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Just a quick bounce, alternate. Stand tall and use your arms. About 8 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Cool. The next one we're gonna do is an easy one. Jumping jacks. They look just like this. Pretty simple. We all know them, jumping jacks. I try to do a fairly difficult exercise, followed by an easier one. So we're kind of going back and forth that way. We'll begin in jumping jacks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jumping jacks. Cool. As always, try to keep that back tall, that chin level with the ground, and stay on your toes. Got 10 more seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good. Next we have ski jumps, followed by the 2-minute break. So let's do a good job with these ski jumps. They look just like this. You're jumping left to right, just like so. Getting a good push with each step. We'll begin that in 10 more seconds. Ski jumps is a common one here. Difficult, but as you get used to them, they get easier and easier. Let's ski jump in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Try to jump the same distance horizontally with each jump. Keep that consistency. We got about 10 more seconds left of ski jumps, followed by a 2-minute break. So let's keep it up and finish strong. 3, 2, 1, good. So now we get really 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We get an additional 2-minute break. So grab some water, or your coconut water if you managed to go out and buy some in the past 6 minutes. That was pretty good so far. I'm trying to tone back the difficulty a little bit. Got some feedback that the workouts are a bit too difficult, but as always, I want you guys to focus more on setting your own pace, setting your own intensity. So, you might see me jumping very quickly, and you can jump at a slower rate. So with the ski jumps, for instance, if you see me going at like this pace, this is about how fast I was going. If you want to ski jump like this, that's totally fine. Just set your own intensity based on what your abilities are, but try to work on, getting better and better, and don't cheat yourself, want to get a good workout in. So, but you don't have to jump a million times per 30-second interval. You can set your own intensity. So once we get back to our next jump in about 1 more minute, 50 seconds actually, we're gonna do feet together, jumping left and right, or left to right, or right to left, either way. So keeping your feet together and just hopping side to side on your toes, just like that. So we got about 30 more seconds until we begin doing that. After we do that, we'll do that jump in a circle on one foot. That will look just like this, kind of jumping in a circle. But I'll explain that again once we get to it. We're gonna begin doing our jumping left to right with the feet together in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Feet together, jumping left to right. Just really hopping over an imaginary line. Keep your back tall. And again, if you're jumping at a bit slower of a pace than I am, totally fine. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. So now we'll do that jumping in a circle. We'll jump clockwise on our right. So on our toes, just jumping in a little circle in a clockwise motion on our right foot. Begin that in 10 seconds. Yeah, jumping in a little circle on our right foot, going in a clockwise motion. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. So just hopping. You keep your left leg back. Just hopping in a circular motion. That's going to work some of the smaller muscles that you may not be used to working. Really in your quads and your hamstrings, calves as well. Got 10 more seconds. Definitely a balance and coordination exercise. 3, 2, 1, good. We'll do the same thing now on the opposite leg, on the left. Just kind of hopping in a circle, looks just like this. Hopping in a circle. Try to keep your circle the same size. Begin in 10 seconds. And begin in 3, 2, 1. Hopping in a circle on our left in a clockwise motion. In a small little circle, hopping on our toes clockwise. 15 more seconds. Three, 2, 1, good. Next, we're gonna do an explosive one to end it. Very last ones. Let's do a good, nice job. Quick jumps for height. So just squatting real quick, jumping up. This one we're trying to get a good number of reps in. Again, it looks just like this. Using your arms to quickly explode up. We'll begin that in 5 more seconds. Taking a little quarter squat, exploding up with your arms. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Little quarter squat, use your arms to explode up. Fifteen more seconds. Three, 2, 1, good. Woo. That one was tough. Ended on a tough one, but a good one. A good explosive movement that got your heart rate up to finish off nice and strong. Nice, grab your water. Shake it out a little bit. I know I'm tired. Whew. Hope you guys are too. Hope you guys are feeling like that was a good, solid workout for you. In about 30 seconds, we'll begin our cool down stretching. So, got about 30 more seconds to get a breather. We go quick here, we only got 30 minutes. I think the hardest one today, those circle jumps were pretty tough for me. I really felt that a lot in my quads, in my calves. I've only done those once before when I tested out this workout yesterday. So I test out the workouts the day before, usually a few days before I give them to you guys. But I was doing it in my garage yesterday and I was like, oh, I like these, they're kind of tough. These are definitely working some of the muscles on the sides of my calves, my quads, my hamstrings that like I don't normally feel getting worked when I'm just running. But those muscles are really supplementary muscles to your larger muscle groups. So they're gonna help you really hold your form and just kind of run well. I mean, the biggest thing is once you get tired, you're gonna really start to have your major muscle groups start to break down, and you're gonna rely more and more on those smaller ones as you start to have your form when you're running break down a bit, and you start kind of like going from running nice and tall and straight to slouching a little bit going side to side more, and you're gonna start really relying on all the muscles you have to get to the finish line with good form. So you wanna make sure your major muscle groups are nice and strong and able to support you and get you to the finish line. But those smaller kind of supplementary muscle groups need to work well also in order to have a good, strong finish, run well, and improve. So let's get to the cool down. Let's go ahead and lean down, do a toe stretch or a toe touch. Just lean down forward towards the toes with the feet together, close together. Four, three, two, one. Good. Next, we are going to do a calf stretch. We'll go ahead and we'll try to keep our right leg nice and straight. We can bend a bit with the left and stretch down towards the right foot for a calf stretch. And if you guys want to check out the distance, AtlantaTrackClub.org. Let's switch sides. Calf stretch on the other side. Left forward, bend to the right. You'll see that I did a video pretty recently with Natalie DeMarco was her previous name. I forget her new name. She got married recently. But anyway, we did a video kind of cataloging a few different lower body workouts you can do at home. We tried to make it funny and a little like unique. So suggest you guys do that. It's on our YouTube channel, Atlanta Track Club's YouTube channel. It's called 5 Lower Body Exercises. 5 Lower Body at Home Exercises, something like that. But I think it's pretty funny. It's also really useful. There's a lot of good tips and tricks on how to turn your home into a gym. And we're going to be doing a video on upper body exercises and core as well. So look out for that in the future. Next stretch we'll go ahead and just do a simple quad stretch, pulling our right leg back. If you want to put your hand on a wall to keep your balance, definitely go ahead and do that. But there's also, let's go ahead and, got a notification. Let's go ahead and do that quad stretch on the opposite side, pulling the left leg back. But if you want to go to the Atlanta Track Club YouTube page, there's a lot of really cool videos on there. We've been working hard to put together a lot of unique content, a lot of challenges that we're doing from home while social distancing and out on the trails, out on the roads. Really fun stuff, and we try to make them both funny, entertaining, but ultimately educational, so you guys can learn a bit about how you can improve your running and walking. The next stretch we'll do a quad stretch. A glute stretch. Go ahead and cross our right leg over our left. You can bend a bit with the left leg, and you should feel a stretch in your glutes. We'll hold that for a few more seconds. We'll go ahead and switch sides. The Atlanta Track Club, we have a lot of big things we're working on right now. I wish I could spill the beans on a lot of really cool plans we have for the future, but I can't yet. So, but we have a lot of really cool content coming out, lined up for the future. Some really, really big, exciting projects. A few that I'm working on that I'm really excited about. That one that's going to take about a year, probably more than a year to complete. But once it is unveiled, I think it'll be a really big deal in the running and walking world. So I don't want to say more than that and give away what it actually is, but look out for it in a year or two. You'll see something cool, and maybe I'll have my name on it so you can kind of tell it was from me, but probably not. I know I'm being very ambiguous. Let's do our last stretch, hip flexor stretch. We're gonna bring our right leg back, left forward like so for a hip flexor stretch. If you want to stretch up to the sky with your right hand and even rotate a bit to the outside, that'll help deepen the stretch. But yeah, Atlanta Track Club, we're all like really excited about. Even though the situation right now around the country, and especially in Georgia, is a little grim. Switch sides. Let's go ahead and right leg forward, left back. We're excited to be able to still put a lot of interesting, unique things together, like these at-home workout videos, the whole entire distance website. Our virtual races have been well attended. Okay, so we're done, but I'll talk more a bit about things. Yeah, we're excited about the fact that people are still really excited to progress with their fitness goals and do so through running our events and checking out our content. So really appreciate y'all for checking out this content and rocking with me. Again, this is The Distance. You can find more content on thedistance.atlantatrackclub.org. I'll be back here on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. for this plyo class, and I hope you were able to see yourself progress a bit today and get a little bit better at the jumps if you are someone who has been doing this for a while. If you're new, then like I said, it's up to you to set your own intensity. You can start at a fairly moderate pace with these jumps and hopefully see yourself get better and better each time. We're all works in progress. The finish line is nowhere in sight. So let's just work on getting better day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. So always pursuing just to strive for a little bit more and improve a little bit. So again, thank you guys for rocking with me and have a good rest of your day. See ya.